Hi, today I'm here to talk to you about something very, very important for all of us. To make sure that you don't go too much under stress and then you start behaving not correctly. Let's take some examples. I just finished to watch the Formula One Grand Prix from Monza and we were all waiting for the last 3 laps for the duel between Leclerc and Verstappen. And no, it didn't happen. And it didn't happen because an external fact happening just got in between those two pilots, those two drivers. And it's not their fault. It's someone else's fault. In this case, Ricciardo that had a problem with the car. So we have the safety car and that screwed up everything. Leclerc cannot do anything. Verstappen doesn't care because of course he's first and he wins. Of course, it's not a real nice win. Let's be honest. Especially for people like me that are very passionate about Formula One, it's not very nice. But this is a great example to show you that sometimes in life, on a normal day, on something that it looks like it's just perfect for us, something happens on which we have no control whatsoever and things change. And the destiny changes and we cannot do anything about it. So the majority of the people in that situation would get really frustrated, would get really sad, of course. Many of people would just give up and only few people would just accept and move on the next step or next mission to accomplish. So this is the important thing that we have to keep in mind when things like this can happen. Because those things happen also at work. I'll give you an example. You are running a very good project. You are making an excellent working performance. Everybody is happy. The project is perfect. The timeline is respected. The budget is respected. The design is fantastic because it has been already accepted. Then you have a final presentation. During this final presentation, something happens that you cannot control and you lose the project. Now, I'm sure you are asking yourself how that can be. I mean, if you had that project and everything is going perfect, how is it possible that you lose it? This is possible. This can always happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. It happened to me also sometimes, simply because on the upper level, where they decide how projects have to be ruled according to the countries in which they will go into production, and also which are the teams that will take that project to production, whether it's going to be in your home country or abroad, I don't know, South America or China, then sometimes it is much, much better to change the structure, the management structure of the first team that brought the project until the final approval and give then that project to another team that is strictly connected to the country where the car will be produced. In which country probably there are specific engineers, suppliers, and everything else that will be completely dedicated to that car, that automobile, and therefore that project. So you lose the project. And of course, everybody would like to say, I'm gonna take my baby until production. And it doesn't happen. And it's not because you misbehaved. It's not because you didn't work well. It's not because you created problems within the team or with the company. It's simply because it is a strategic decision of the company that comes from an upper level coming down. It's a top-down decision. And we have to accept it. So we do. This is a good example. This is in a way very similar, to the Formula One example I made at the beginning of this video. So what do we do in this case? We don't do anything. We keep on working. We will get a new project. We take the new project and we just do the best we can, to replicate a successful story about the car design or the project to come. In other words, we don't give up. We never give up. It's okay. Every one of us is paid, okay? Every one of us has a role in a company, in society, and sometimes there are decisions that have been taken by some other people that might affect, the destiny of our project. And when we have no power to change that whatsoever, it's useless to go in depression or to start thinking that we don't have a good luck and what's going on. Maybe the problem is myself and stuff like that. No, not at all. We have just to be very factual. We have to be very pragmatic. We have to be very much with our feet on the ground and accept that decision just push us forward a different type of project or a different type of adventure. That's all. And we can always say, that project came out in production. I worked on that project for 1.5 years. There is also another thing that we have to understand, especially today, more than in the past. Today, companies are so well organized, teams are so well structured that there is no one-man show. So it's not that because I or you have that project and that project is taken away from you that the project will go bad. Not at all. The project will go well because there is someone else that will take that place, that will have enough experience to rule that project correctly, so that in the respect also of what has been done until that day, and then bring that project to the final step, which will last 1.5 years, and bring that project in production. And it's gonna go fine. It's gonna be fine for the project. Company can say that the whole company made an excellent teamwork in starting the project, approving the project, and bringing that project to production. That's the way we have to see it. I know that it leaves you a little bit of bitter mouth taste, I know we all are emotional and we all have strong passion for what we do, and we all would like to succeed and bring everything we do to the end, from the beginning to the end, and say, did you see? Look what we did. We did it from day one to last day before production. But cannot be always like that. So my advice to you, it's of course, be prepared. Those people that are starting to get a car designer job, be prepared that things like this can happen during your career. And don't take it bad. Don't take it bad. Think always of the whole team in which you are and for which you are working for, okay? And take it as you were part of a beautiful adventure and you are ready to take just a new one, all right? So this is just a small advice for you to make sure that you don't get depressed, but you have to be strong with your feet on the ground. As I said before, we have to be strong, mentally strong, analyze things, okay, with great honesty, and don't think that without you things will go bad, because it's not anymore the case. This is important for your mental status. Be strong. Be strong. Don't worry. Now, before I say goodbye to you, if you are looking for an excellent ebook, okay, to learn how to sketch cars, you can always buy my ebook from lulu.com. I leave down here the link, okay, so you can go and check this ebook, which is full of tutorials. It's starting from the basics of drawings, so that you can learn how to sketch a car correctly from the beginning, the real beginning, so that you can put good, strong foundations in your way of exercising your skills, use your creativity, your passion to learn how to sketch cars, with the hope, okay, that this ebook might help you to get into any car design school and start your career, your first step as a student in car design, and maybe one day to become a car designer. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Put your like, which is very important, okay? Thank you very much. Ciao. Bye.